time there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Utah Utes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Utes will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Hester. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
They'll try the left side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Fires to the big fella. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. A designed run for the quarterback. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. On the run, it's Hester. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Bringing the heat. Wide open downfield. Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Thomas looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Shaw. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Thomas back to pass. He's got it. Brings him to the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to pass. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, he either didn't get all of it or he's the most accurate kicker in college football because he hit the crossbar and still it somehow went in. Great trick shot from 40 plus.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down.
There he goes. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense set on first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Rebels want to move quickly.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Going deep. He's got it inside the 30. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to LSU.
Got a little room. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Holds and fires complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Thomas looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Makes the catch. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Utes! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's John. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Here's a heat. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the pass. He's open on the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Great timing there in that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
And the try is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The give to the back. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Catch in the middle. It's Knight. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Thomas back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
You know, on a play like that, third and short, as a quarterback, you're looking for your easiest throw and your shortest throw, and that's to the tight end. He's a big target. He makes the catch, and now the drive stays alive.
Wants to throw on first down. pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
And the Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Shaw. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Tyree. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
On the move. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it, and I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Thomas looking to fire. That's caught. It's Tyree. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Punt is in the air. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in, turning it on. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Using his legs to test it. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Right back to the well. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. He'll take it himself. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Thomas back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And
man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Knight. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looks as if he's going to run it. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. Fighting off the defender. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Motion from the wideout. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You got to give the coaching staff credit, because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
The Rebels enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game.